What if I tell you that the internet is debating the wrong question? Every day I see developers arguing whether ChatGPT is better or Claude is better. Claude writes cleaner code, but ChatGPT is smarter. But after spending hours building softwares with AI, I can tell you something surprising. Nobody wins. And that's exactly why we're building Nova. Hey guys, this is Dharmik, a developer turned CAIO. And today I want to answer one of the most common questions I get from developers. Which one should I actually use for coding? ChatGPT or Claude? So let's start with ChatGPT first. When it comes to debugging, reasoning or understanding complex problems, ChatGPT is incredibly powerful. If your application is throwing random errors, or if your API isn't working the way it should, or if you're trying to understand a difficult concept, ChatGPT often feels like that experienced senior engineer who can break down your problems into steps. So ChatGPT, it helps you think, not just code. Now let's talk about Claude. Claude really shines when it comes to working with larger code bases. Whether you want to analyze multiple files or review thousands of lines of code, whether you want to refactor an entire project or generate longer, consistent pieces of code, this is where Claude really stands out. Many developers love Claude because it can maintain context around larger chunks of information and often very structured outputs. So which one is better? Well, it completely depends on what you are doing. Many people reach for ChatGPT when it comes to debugging. For code reviews and working with larger code bases, Claude can be an excellent choice. When it comes to architecture discussion, ChatGPT is often a strong choice. And for handling larger amounts of context, Claude can be really useful. And that's exactly when most developers get stuck. Because now you need subscriptions of multiple AI tools. You need to keep switching tabs, switching windows, switching chats, and honestly, that's really annoying. And that's one of the reasons we built Nova. As developers ourselves, we didn't want to choose between Claude and ChatGPT. We wanted access to the best model for the task. At Nova, we've integrated the world's leading and cutting-edge AI models into one platform, all in single workspace. So, if you're debugging a complex issue, use ChatGPT. Need to analyze a massive codebase? Switch to Claude. Need another model's perspective? You can do that too. Or if you want the best model for the task, use Nova. Without opening 10 different tabs, without paying for multiple AI tools, and most importantly, without disrupting your workflow. The future isn't about Claude versus ChatGPT. The future is about using the right model for the right job. And as developers, that's how we design Nova. Not to replace these models, but to bring the best of them all together in one place. If you could only choose one for coding today, would you pick ChatGPT or Claude? I'd love to know in the comments. And if you want the best model for the task, check out Nova. We'll let the results speak for themselves.